Now,
And
the coach Rick, exactly. But you can't keep Rondo in the league. You telling me Branford Jennings, you can't find a system for that dude, Brandon Jennings. You can't find a system that'll work for that dude, please. Some of these dudes playing in Chicago for these Bulls. Some of these dudes playing for the Knicks. Some of these dudes playing for the Nets. And you can't get Jennings in. You miss me with that nonsense, man. But they want, these millionaires want these dudes to be mentally, socially inept, academically stifled, so you can be, as they say in Chicago, for those who are not from Chicago, so you can be put in a trick bag. And once you're in that trick bag, you're stuck. You cannot get out of it. So that's why every time I have somebody on the show, and man, I'm gonna advocate for counseling for these young people, and a point that Rod said, put these dudes in some business class. Young brothers who, it's this young brother I met, he going to St. Louis. I don't want to say his name because I don't know if he wants his name to be said. And I just said, what school he going to, so it's only 16 people. It could only be 14 people. But, man, if he's listening.
I ain't got that, but my screen protecting.
Huh?
What?
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. It's only 50. Enroll in some business class. Put yourself in a position to where either you're going to be a professional basketball player on some level, or you could be a sports agent, an attorney, or something, or an advocate for these young men. Because young people, you are the meat. You think you're at the table to eat, but you are part of the dinner. And these billionaires are preparing to eat you, just like they're preparing. You might be the steak, and me and people like Anthony Aquarius and anybody else who listening, y'all the peas and the carrots and the rice. That's the only difference. Yeah, you're the big piece of meat, but you are preparing to be eaten. It is what it is. You don't believe me, if you fail to follow my line of thinking, I'll take the analogy away, and I'll talk to you with brass knuckles. You are only here to serve a purpose, and that is until we can find someone to replace you. No matter how good you are, the game goes on. So equip yourself. Use sports as a vehicle. If you're an NFL player, stop signing 5-year deals for security. Go to Lloyd's of London, get you an insurance policy for $60 million, and then you play on consistently signed 2-year deals. Bet on yourself a la Darrell Reeves, a la LeBron James. If you're an NBA player, make sure you have all your ducks in a row, because your development isn't paramount to most of these institutes or most of these organizations. It's not. They want to get you to a point, because if you continue to excel, you are going to bite into their bottom line. It was the kid, I can't remember his name, he was from Stanford University, that one team offered him a low-budget extension, and a European team offered him $50 million. He said, I'm going to be a professional basketball player in Europe. The homie Dion Thomas, shout out to Dion, who was on the show a couple of weeks ago. Offered him money, he took it. Rashad Griffin from here in Chicago. It's great to be a professional basketball and on the NBA level, but you know what? As my grandmother used to say, beat now. And if you don't understand what that means, I don't understand what it means, but I didn't understand what it meant when she used to say it. But you get is a little bit, now is nothing. So get you something versus nothing. Everybody, I want to compete at the highest level. No, you don't. You want to eat. You want to get paid for playing basketball, and you want to win championships. I have a cousin in the Dominican Republic named Ali Bailey. Shout out to my cousin Ali, and he's getting paid to play professional basketball. He's doing a damn good job at it. Captain Stacks, Steven Jackson was in the same league. There are people all over the world getting paid to play basketball. Do you want to be famous and get paid, or do you want to just get paid to do what you love to do? Do what you love to do and get paid, young people. And that's just why I look to people like, man, reach out to, look, you guys, there's a thing called 6 degrees of separation, young people. That means you're only 6 people away from knowing everybody in the world. And if you don't believe it's true, I grew up in the neighborhood, as I told Rod, just south of DePaul, just north of Cabrini Green. My alderman was a good brother by the name of Jesse White. If you've heard of the Jesse White Tumblers, that's the same man. He matriculated through the system. He went from my alderman to the Recorder of Deeds of Chicago to the Secretary of State, the second highest position in the state of Illinois. Guess what? He knows me personally. He knows my name. And if I can talk to Mr. White, guess who I can talk to? Guess who I'm only 2 or 3 phone calls away from talking to? Barack Obama. If I'm 2 or 3 phone calls away from talking to Barack Obama, that means I'm 2 or 3 phone calls away from talking to anybody I need to talk to. So, young people, if you are a big-time basketball player, big-time football player, big-time athlete of any ilk, use those coaches, those contacts, to get in contact with the Rod Stricklands, the Isaiah Thomases, the Olin Pollys, the Kenny Andersons, the Kenny Smiths, and other people who you can clearly see on television. They are speaking to the well-being of you and young people like you, and talk to these people so they can help. These men have nothing to gain by leading you down the wrong road. That's why they're going to lead you down the right road. You heard Kenny Anderson say, hey, because he was afraid of people stealing his money, he didn't get beat. But he didn't get beat. It's the operative portion of that statement. He didn't get beat. Rod Strickland talked about the mistakes that he made, talked about how he used the leadership as a father to propel his son and his son who's at the University of Wisconsin, and he has another son coming up through the system who's going to be doing the exact same thing. These are people who can help you, young people. So if you're listening to this and you're hearing this, you're in Chicago, you get in contact with Coach Stokes, you get in contact with Nick Irvin, you get in contact with Coach Thorpe over there, you get in contact with over there, Coach Thorpe at I can never remember damn it, I can't think of Coach Thorpe in Chicago basketball, Coach Nick Irvin at Morgan Park, Coach Harvey Jones at Corliss High School. You get in contact with people like that, and there are Coach Thorpes and Coach Joneses and Coach Irvins throughout the entire United States. Get in contact with some good people, and they'll help you because you don't have to struggle alone. This is a tribe we're a part of, and whether it's the athletic tribe or a cultural tribe, there are good people in your tribe, and use those people. With that being said, I said I was only going to talk for 8 minutes. The homie Anthony Aquarius tuned in. He called in, as he always do. Mad love for the support. And I want to thank the homie Joe in Houston. As usual, thanks for reaching out to me via social media, via text or whatever. Thanks, Juice, who always does it. I want to thank the homie Mike Jones, Chris Jones, and the Baltimore area.
Mike Jones.
The homie Nas in Atlanta, Big Chris in Atlanta. Everybody, James in Lincoln Park, Big Riley and on the west side of Chicago. I want to thank Phyllis in Virginia, Ding Ding, Dope Stacy, especially Dope Stacy, James in California, Gigi in St. Louis, and everybody who listens, the people who are listening in Australia, Fiji, Korea, China, Russia, France, the United Kingdom, the homies in the hip-hop community from Maine in Manchester, the homie Mars Noel in Guyana, Africa, the homie in, I can't think his name, he's in Ghana, Africa, the people in Norway consistently supporting your boy. Really appreciate it for everybody in Canada, everybody across the United States and abroad. Thank you for supporting the show. As you know, we have another show on Wednesday. I'm going to be gas bagging. We're going to talk about the NBA draft. We're going to talk about this Kawhi Leonard thing. I might even have a panel on the show to get it cracking to talk about the NBA draft, Kawhi Leonard trade, LeBron James. We're going to do it. We're going to have some fun Wednesday. Remember, 760-888-5753 between the hours of 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. every Wednesday, and 4 to 6 p.m. every Saturday. I try to hire guests, try to keep it live. We're going to keep it fucking. We're going to continue to grow this platform. We are the ultimate goal is to get as many subscribers. Remember, if you're listening to this, you click the link. If you click the link, you see the follow button. If you see the follow button, hit the follow button. Follow the show to help your boy continue to grow his brand. We're going to do it. We're going to continue to bring people on here who speaking positively about the community, who speaking positively about sports. We're going to continue to, have people like Rod throw in the aspect of be your own man, use the same skills and that you would use as a traditional employee, as an NBA, NFL, or any other portion of entertainment. Become self-sufficient and make your life instead of being beholden to somebody else. Shout out to the Podfather, a.k.a. Reggie O'Shea, also known as Combat Jack, who helped create a nation of us who are doing podcasting and interactive podcasting. Much love. Rest in peace to Reggie O'Shea. And as an homage to him, every week I say what he said to close out his show. Oh, yeah, this show was executively produced by Patrice Thompson and in the studio at the end of the bench in Chicago, Illinois. And as Combat Jack would say, dream those dreams and then man up and woman up and live those dreams. Because life without dreams flows in black and white, and life with dreams flows in technicolor and surround sound. Thank you for listening. Talk to you Wednesday. 2 fingers, 1 word, and this will always. Out of here.